Welcome back to a brand new PTCG live video. Today I'll be showcasing the brand new Gouging Fire EX from the newly released set Temporal Forces. So that being said, let's get into the deck list. Let's see which cards we will be running. So we will run 3 copies of Gouging Fire EX. It is an ancient Pokemon, and we will have some ancient support trainer cards for this Pokemon, of course. And what's great about it is mostly its second attack. We get to do 260 damage with its Blaze Blitz attack, which is really good. We will be able to combine that with some trainer cards as well as Moltres to help us boost that damage up. And we will even be able to one-hit KO the Charizard from Obsidian Flames. So we will run 2 copies of Moltres to give us that extra 10 damage with its Flare symbol. The ability does stack up, so we do get both of these Moltreses onto our bench where our Gouging Fire will do an additional 20 damage. So if we do combine that with Maximum Belt, we will be able to do 330, effectively knocking out the Charizard from Obsidian Flames. Our Radiant Pokemon for this deck will be Radiant Greninja, just for that extra draw support. And moving on to the trainer cards. So as I said, we will have ancient trainer cards to help us out in this deck. We will run 4 copies of Arven Vessel. We can discard a card from our hand to search out for 2 basic energies. We'll also have 4 copies of Trekking Shoes for additional draw support. We'll have 3 copies of Magma Basin just in case we want to get a fire energy out of the discard. We can do it with Magma Basin and put 2 damage counters on that Pokemon. We will also run 3 copies of Arven just to help us find an item card as well as a tool card, because we do run quite a few tool cards in this deck. We will have 1 copy of Penny just in case we want to penny something back into our hand, and we will get all of the attached cards with it as well. And we do also have 4 copies of Professor Sallet's Vitality. This will be our energy acceleration as well as some draw support with this trainer card. We will be able to draw 3 cards and accelerate 2 energies to 2 different ancient Pokemon. Moving on to the tool cards, we do run 2 copies of Bravery Charm, 1 copy of Choice Belt, mostly for the Giratina V-Star matchup, 1 copy of Forest Sealstone as our V-Star power. And our ace spec for this deck will be Maximum Belt. We will be able to do that additional 50 damage, knocking out that Charizard. And finally, the energy cards, we do run 3 copies of Jet Energy, and finally just 9 basic fire energies. So those are all the cards in this deck that I wanted to talk about, and let us see how it'll do in the matches. Looks like we get Tails here. Nice, we win the coin toss. We definitely want to go second, since we want to attack, of course. Let's see what we get. I'm gonna put the Entei V in the front, just so that we can use the fleet-footed. Let's see what kind of deck they got. They didn't get any mulligans, so... Ooh, looks like it's gonna be Future Box, and Future Box definitely does not like going first. Because now they can't attack. Wow, that was a pretty dismal turn. Let's use Trekking Shoes. Now we'll skip energy. Another Trekking Shoes. Arven Vessel. Now we'll skip that. Switch Cart. Let's use the fleet-footed. Town Store. Let's get a Nest Ball so we can get Greninja and Forest Sealstone. Yeah, I'm thinking we should probably get Squawkabilly here. Let's get a Moltres. Let's get another Gouging Fire. And yeah, I don't think they'll be able to knock us out. Let's just go for 70 damage. Pretty hefty turn one. We did mill through probably like a good third or a half of this deck. They use Iono. Which we only have 4 cards. We'll actually get 2 more now. And they do go into Miraidon. So it's a good thing we didn't use the Forest Seal Stone. We could boss up the Iron Hands. Get 2 prizes. Let's use Greninja first. Maybe we'll draw it. No, we don't. Trekking Shoes. Yeah, we'll keep the Gen Energy. Yeah, let's just Forest Seal Stone for boss. Boss up the Iron Hands. Nice, we get another boss. Let's see. They research, okay, so that's pretty good. We got 7 new cards. Techno Radar. I go for peak acceleration again, okay. So I just want to boss up that Iron Hands again, might as well. Make them waste a baton, instead of having to vacuum it off. Let's use concealed cards. Use Magma Basin for, I guess, our Gouging Fire, maybe? Nah, we'll put it on Entei. Let's boss up the Iron Hands. Ooh, right, we can't. Well, let's switch out then. We'll actually then just vacuum off our own Forest Seal Stone here. The maximum belt on it. That's 2 knockouts. Sadly, we don't have any more boss left. Let's see what we get. Nest Ball and Fire Energy. Okay. We go into the Miraidon. Yes, we knocked out 2 of their Iron Hands. 2 of their batons are gone. They boss us. Probably our Gouging Fire. Yeah, they boss that. They'll probably knock it out, I think. Which makes me think we should put the Bravery Charm on there. Well, it doesn't look like they have any more Iron Hands. Ooh, wow, they actually do have a Psychic Energy. So it looks like they can attack with their Iron Crown. Let's go into Entei. Yeah, there's no way they can win this. I don't think so. You would have to really make a huge comeback here. Let's get another Gouging. Oh, we don't actually have one. We'll just get the Moltres done. Susada. Yeah, let's just put the Bravery Charm on the Entei. I mean the Gouging Fire. So 180. Let's see. 5th prize. Asada, okay. So I don't think this Iron Crown can really do much. 50 damage to 2 of our opponent's Pokemon. That's not knocking out anything. That is not knocking out anything. Not even the Moltres. They go into the Iron Crown with the energies on it, or the Psychic Energy into Lightning. They bench another one. They use Techno Radar. So it looks like they're probably gonna get Miraidon in the hands. No, they got Crown in hands. Okay. Interesting. They do boss us probably for the Moltres. Yeah. Yeah, they put 50 damage on Entei and Gouging Fire. Let's Jet Energy. Let's do 280. There we go, his last prize. What do we get? Gouging Fire was prized. Let's go for Tails. Do lose a coin toss. Hopefully we don't go first. And our opponent is going first, which is totally fine. It looks like they're probably going to be Charizard or maybe some other kind of evolution deck. And we do get Entei V as the opening, which is pretty good. Yeah, looks like this is a fire deck with maximum belt. So our ace spec already got revealed with the mulligan. So it looks like this is going to be Charizard. Okay, we draw the mulligan card. Wow, they get Radiant Zard in front. It's pretty bad for them. I used the Buddy PAF in, so they're gonna find, yeah, they get Pidgey and Charmander. Let's see, the Nest Ball for Arceus. It looks like they're using both Pidgeot and Arceus for support. Let's see, let's Nest Ball for Greninja, let's say. Let's use the concealed cards. As far as, I mean, trekking shoes, we'll take Sada. Another trekking shoes, we'll take Gouging Fire, want that. Put the Far Seal Stone there. Let's use the Fleet-Footed. Yeah, I guess we'll just use Sada. Do we want to switch card out? 60 damage only. Yeah, I feel like we will need these Moltres for later on. Go for 70 damage. I feel like we've milled through quite a lot of deck. We didn't use Squawk. I didn't really want to get rid of the boss, 2 Arvens and a Penny. It's too much. They Arven, probably for Ultra Ball and for Seal Stone. So not only are they using Arceus V-Star, they're using the Forest Seal Stone as well. Wow, they got rid of Boss and Counter Catcher for Pidgeot V. They get the Pidgeot EX down, okay. And they're gonna use a Forest Seal Stone. So, looks like they're not gonna evolve that into Arceus V-Star. They quick search for... I believe they already used the Arven. So they have the Zard already. Do they have the maximum though? If they have maximum belt, they're knocking out Gouging Fire just like that. If not, we can boss their Charizard. Oh, they don't. They retreat out, pry into Charizard. Yeah, so they don't knock us out. Let's get Earthen Vessel and Maximum Belt. Ooh, we actually need... Damn. did kind of mess that up because what we needed was a nest ball. Nice. So let's Ultra Ball for the Moltres. Yeah, we'll just get rid of this Arven. Get the Moltres. Let's use Magma Basin for our Entei. It's not got Zard. See what we get. Fire Engine, Lost Vacuum. Lost Vacuum's kind of pointless now. I already used up the Forest Seal Stone, so we can't. No point in vacuuming that off. They get a Pidgey. Surprised they didn't get a Charmander. They Quick Search. And we can knock out their Pidgey EX as well. But we can't use Blaze Blitz next turn, so they are safe. Let's see what they quick search for. They got 0 cards in their hand, so whatever they search for, they're probably going to use. And I think it's gonna be no? Wow, I just concede. Let's see. Nice, we get Entei V for the start. That's pretty good. I'm not complaining because you do get fleet-footed. Can draw a card right off the bat. So let's see. Iron Bundle. So I'm assuming there's a future box of some kind. Sableye? And Dark type energy? I don't know. I don't know about that one. Let's use Earthen Vessel. Use the fleet-footed. Hopefully we draw something good. Ultra Ball, I guess that's okay. And get another Gouging Fire. Let's use Sada. Nice, that's a pretty good Sada. We got Nest Ball, we can get Greninja. And use Trekking Shoes. And I guess we'll take Earthen Vessel. Let's use Concealed Cards. Yeah, yeah, let's just use the Earthen Vessel now. Let's end turn. 33 cards left in our deck. Pretty good. I use Colorless Experiment. They give up Rod and Comfy to Lost Zone. Buddy Puffin. I'm guessing they're gonna get Comfy, maybe? Yeah, they get the double Comfies for the Flower Select. I'm assuming they're gonna retreat out or use Hyper Blower. No, they don't use the Hyper Blower. They use the Flower Select. Switch out for the other Comfies. I'm not really too big fan of these single prize decks, or more like actually this deck doesn't do well against single prize matchups. Like, I'm considering, like, should we even bench the Moltres at this point? Because we don't need the damage. The 10 damage each. There's honestly not even any point of doing that. They get a Cramorant down. So they're probably going to switch out into Cram because they do have the 4 cards in the Lost Zone. They go for the Hyper Blower. Let's put Greninja in front. They switch out, probably into Cram. Yes, they do go into Cram. So I don't know what they're trying to accomplish with the Hyper Blower here. Gouging Fire. This is concealed cards. Let's use Trekking Shoes. Yeah, we'll take the Magma Basin actually. Put an energy on Entei. Let's retreat out into Entei. Use the fleet-footed. Squawkabilly, don't need that. Let's see, first prize. S-Ball. We're going to Comfy. So let's see, they got 4 cards. I'm kind of anticipating they will have Giratina. Nope, there's Greninja. They use Colress. Let's see, I got 6 cards. Yeah, I'm still just wondering what kind of Lost Box deck is this? Because I'm not seeing the Giratina. Nor Zard or Charmanders or anything. They use concealed cards, okay. They do carry water energy apparently. So we don't have Manaphy in this deck. So we can't counter Greninja or the Sableye. We don't have the Jirachi either. Yeah, they have 7 cards. They could start using Mirage Gate now if they wanted to. Just switch out into Greninja. And it looks like they're going to go for the Moonlight Shurikens here. Which even for weakness, we can still just survive with Entei and just penny back Entei back into our hand. But they will get Greninja, unfortunately. Now they go for the Gouging Fire on the bench. Let's see, Moltres. Yeah, let's use concealed cards. Let's use the fleet-footed. Put Fire Engine on the Gouging Fire. Let's just penny back this Entei. Second prize, what we get? Sada. Okay. They go into their comfy. They use Colorus. Okay. So they only used one Super Rod so far. Wow, they have two in the Lost Zone. I am totally bossing that Sableye. Because there's no... They could run 4 Super Rods actually, but I really doubt it. 4 I feel is like way overdoing it. I think we should just boss KO the Sableye and not give it a chance to attack our Pokemon. Assuming we get the chance. They do Mirage Gates. They don't find anything. Oh, there is a 4th copy of Super Rod. But they do have a 4th copy. A Mirage Gate. Yeah, so they're retreating into Sableye. Which means we will lose Greninja, unfortunately. They use Counter Catcher, which isn't a big deal. Into our Entei, yeah. So Greninja goes down. We still have good draw support, I would say, because I think we only used one Sada so far, yeah. We did only use one Sada so far. And hopefully that's their 4th Super Rod, so... Should be sitting good for that. Let's use Fleet-Footed. Put another Gouging Fire. Let's use Sada. No, we'll put charms on these. Whatever has damage, I guess. Vacuum? Nah, there's nothing really to vacuum. Yeah, let's just knock out Sableye. Third prize, what we got? Oh, as you can see. Nice, we won the coin toss. We definitely want to go second. We'll skip on first. So we do get the Squawkabilly, which is pretty good. And it looks like it's just gonna be a Charizard deck, not surprised. Let's see if they find the Rotom. No, they don't even find Rotom or Pidgey. There's a Moltres. Let's get Greninja. Let's use Earthen Vessel. Got the Magma Basin. Let's use Concealed Cards. Guess let's use Sada now. I'm just not sure if we should still do the Squawkabilly. I think so, actually. Yeah, let's get Entei. Ooh. Caesar from Vessel. Kind of unfortunate we didn't get a switching item. That's okay. We'll just end turn. That was a pretty hefty turn 1. We did pretty good. Would have been nice to attack, but... Wow, they do get turn 2 at Charizard. So that is pretty annoying to deal with. That's because it's so hard to KO right away. They get Charmeleon. Do they have boss? That's what I want to know. That must have been such a ridiculous hand they drew. They must have drawn 2 Charmanders, Charmeleon, Charizard, and Rare Candy on their starting hand. That is crazy. And that was just so lucky for them to draw basically everything they needed. There's the Switch Cart. Let's get Arven because we need that maximum belt. And I feel like we're gonna need the other Moltres. Is it in the deck? It is. Get the other Moltres. Use concealed cards. Yeah, let's put out the Magma Basin. Get an energy on Entei. And let's knock out Zard. That was a pretty crazy turn 2 they had. Let's see what we get. Charm and Forest Seal Stone. I'm assuming they probably have Arven and Ultra Ball as well. They have to. Ooh, interesting. They do use Vacuum, which... That will... What? They vacuum the Magma Basin? Okay. I know who vacuums the Magma Basin over the Maximum Belt. Because even they could use the Magma Basin for their Charizard or whatever. Fire types. Let's see. They bench a Mew EX. They use the restart, they draw 2 cards. They draw fire, then they got Charizard. They boss us, which is completely fine. We got switching items. But that was an absolute insane turn 2 if you think about it. They draw everything on that turn 2. They had everything. Rare Candy, Charizard. That is crazy. Let's go back into the Gouging Fire. Use Trekking Shoes. Let's use the Heavy Ball. Yeah, I guess we'll just put Bravery Charm on that. And oh yeah, let's get a Jet Energy. Forgot the fleet-footed. Talking about misclick. See, we get a Sada that was prized. Well, not that big of a deal to not draw one card. We have only 18 cards in this deck left. They put down Temple Sinnoh. They boss us again. That is interesting. They restart for 2 new cards. They super run. I guess they're gonna get Charmander's back. Yeah, they got 2 fire energies on Charmander. They pass. Yeah, we basically win now. Oh, the Temple Sinnoh. Wow, but that didn't work because of that Temple Sinnoh. What is left even in the deck? Yeah, we'll just have to pass, like us. Totally forgot Temple Sinnoh. Did negate that. Seeing a Arven. But they're probably gonna get the Buddy PAF in and the Forest Sealstone. Yeah, most likely. Yep, there it is. Put down the Buddy PAF in. But that's pretty annoying. The Temple Sinnoh. I really don't expect people to be running that card in their Charizard deck. Like, special energies are not played that often. So they're gonna search out for something. I'm assuming it's probably gonna be another Arven. That's what I'm assuming. Yeah, they used 2 bosses up. And they go into Lumineon for us, I don't know why. Now we get the Switch Cart. No, I'm not gonna go for the Lumineon. We will boss up one of the Charmanders. Use the Fleet-footed. Yeah, Switch card, that's good. In case they boss us up again. And we do have a boss for the Lumineon, so we're in a pretty good position unless they Iona us. There's the second Zard. Hopefully they don't Iona or judge us or something. They put down the maximum belt for the Charizard. They got one card in their hand. And it's Rotom V, so it's probably alright to use Restart. Yeah, they didn't play any other supporter cards. Well, just Boss and Arven, but I don't see Research or Iono. And they just go for the Burning Darkness. Yeah, we still win this game. Do 330. Nice. And there we go. Well, those are all the matches. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.